Have you ever wondered if there are really absolute truths, or is everything just a matter of perspective? Today, we're stepping into the world of Friedrich Nietzsche, a German philosopher whose ideas have left an indelible mark on modern intellectual history. From the provocative "God is dead" proclamation to the intriguing concept of the Übermensch, Nietzsche's work continues to spark discussions across art, history, culture, and science. Let's delve into the fascinating mind of Friedrich Nietzsche and his philosophical journey. Nietzsche's philosophy wasn't born in a day. It evolved, grew, and transformed just like the man himself. Our journey begins with perspectivism, Nietzsche's assertion that knowledge is always perspectival. He held that there are no absolute truths, only different perspectives. This was a groundbreaking notion that challenged the absolute certainty of the Victorian era. It was a radical departure from the prevailing belief in objective truth and shook the foundations of philosophy, literature, psychology, and political theory. From perspectivism, Nietzsche's thought evolved into the concept of the will to power. He believed that the primary driving force in humans wasn't survival or reproduction, but power. Achievement, ambition, and the striving to reach the highest possible position in life, these were the things Nietzsche believed truly motivated us. This idea, born in the industrial age, resonated with a society that was rapidly changing and becoming increasingly competitive. The next step in Nietzsche's philosophical evolution was the introduction of the Übermensch, or Overman. In his book Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche proposed the Übermensch as a goal for humanity to set for itself. This higher state of being, he suggested, was what humans could and should strive for. It was a bold idea, one that challenged the prevailing Christian ideals of humility and self-sacrifice. Finally, we arrive at Nietzsche's most famous and controversial proclamation: God is dead. By this, he didn't mean that a literal deity had died, but that the traditional Christian morality was no longer relevant in the modern world. This idea, born in an era of rapid scientific progress and societal change, sparked widespread debate and continues to be interpreted in various ways. These ideas, as radical as they were during Nietzsche's time, were just the beginning of his philosophical journey. Now imagine if all events in life would repeat again and again infinitely, horrifying or life-affirming. This is the essence of Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence. It suggests that every action, every thought, every joy, and every sorrow will be experienced over and over again in exactly the same way for all eternity. Some find this idea terrifying, the thought of being trapped in an infinite loop of existence. Others consider it liberating, a call to live each moment as though it would recur eternally, thus giving it profound significance. Eternal recurrence also ties into Nietzsche's other key ideas. It challenges the traditional Christian morality Nietzsche claimed was dead by replacing the linear progression of time with a cyclical one. It also complements his concept of the Übermensch, a being who embraces the eternal recurrence, affirming life in its totality. Eternal recurrence, a concept as complex and thought-provoking as Nietzsche himself. Nietzsche's ideas didn't just fade away with time, they continue to resonate, to provoke, to inspire. His profound influence on modern intellectual history is undeniable, shaping fields as diverse as philosophy, literature, psychology, and political theory. His concept of perspectivism, the idea that knowledge is always seen from a particular viewpoint, has become a foundational tenet in many academic disciplines, challenging us to recognize the limits of our own perspectives. Nietzsche's will to power, his belief in the human drive for achievement and ambition, has permeated our understanding of human motivation and desire. His provocative proclamation, "God is dead," continues to stir debate, its implications for morality and faith remaining as contentious and relevant as ever. His notion of the Übermensch, that higher state of being that humans could strive for, has left a lasting imprint on our collective imagination, inspiring countless works of literature, art, and philosophical thought. And let's not forget the concept of eternal recurrence, Nietzsche's mind-bending proposition that all events will repeat infinitely, a thought both horrifying and potentially life-affirming. Today, Nietzsche's works are widely read and frequently debated, his ideas continuing to challenge and inspire new generations of thinkers. His contributions have helped shape existentialist philosophy and postmodern theory, and his influence continues to echo throughout the halls of academia and beyond. In the end, Nietzsche challenges us to question, to reconsider, and perhaps to transcend. For as he once wrote, "He who would learn to fly one day must first learn to stand and walk and run and climb and dance. One cannot fly into flying."